Week 4 of the Halo Championship Series Pro League. I'm Strongside and joined at the Xfinity desk, we got the one and only Elamite. Now, we just saw these guys get taken down, Renegades get taken down 3-1 from Allegiance. We've got a big matchup coming up next, but before we get into this matchup, let's talk about some of the VODs that we have out on youtube.com/ESL Halo. Now, if you missed any action today, if you're gonna miss any action today, or if you missed the action yesterday, go here and you can check out all the VODs from the entire event.
Or just to rewatch yesterday's matches and take a look at that NVCLG series again, because that'll be up there, and that's one for the record books.
All right, well, let's start kicking things off. We've got Enigma6 versus Counter Logic Gaming. Now, Enigma6, they do have the young guns who can boo-boo-doo-boo. I mean, these guys, they're hungry, they've got the fire. They haven't been in the league too long, so they've got a lot of energy to try and take down these guys on Counter Logic Gaming. And you heard Kratos in the interview yesterday, he's like, it would just be fun to take them down in the finals, but this isn't the finals. We're still in the Pro League, but regardless, I mean, these guys are still just having fun. They think it would be fun to take down CLG.
And this is one of those teams that's in that running, and after they just saw Renegades drop the two series this week, that is putting Enigma6 in great position to now come back and, you know, try to solidify that top 4 spot and make it to finals. So we can go ahead and take a look at the full lineup here.
Actually, yeah, let's take a look at the full lineup.
And one of the things I was most impressed with yesterday was, in fact, Shooter. Shooter seemed to be like one of the players that was really stepped up his game from the previous weeks and was putting on a clinic yesterday. Had some of the best stats out of the whole team. And in my book, you know, prior weeks, he was the one that really needed to kind of step up here, and he did exactly that and had a great week 4, day 1.
And let's take a look over on the other side. Counter Logic Gaming, Frosty. Saw him in that Frosty spot yesterday on Coliseum CTF. We've got Lethal, Royal 2, and Snakebite. Just a hell of a squad. You can just say so much about these guys, and I mean, just after yesterday's performance, just showing how much these guys can keep their composure at the toughest times and just not slide and start playing out of their norm. And they just, you saw Royal 2 just sit back with that sniper. But Counter Logic Gaming still holding that #1 seed, and Enigma6 trying to give them their first loss. But before we get into the game type overview, let's check out Frosty. Now, Frosty, he's kind of the guy on the squad. I feel like he knows all the nooks and crannies on all the maps. He's just always up to date on any new spot that is found, and he's always showing us these new spots on the stream. It feels like every week he's got a new spot that he's showing us.
And, you know, he's been around since the beginning. As you can see, started playing Halo CE, so he must have been like, started gaming when he was around 4 years old. I was going to say 7, but 4 is even more impressive. So kid has been around, being groomed for many, many years to be to the point where he is now, and he is, the hard work has absolutely paid off because this kid is phenomenal.
All right, well, if you weren't here yesterday, we released the HCS Counter Logic Gaming Rec Pack details, and you're going to be able to check these out. This is with the Magnum and the AR. Now, Counter Logic Gaming has these skins, and if you do pick them up, look at that, it's so crispy.
And
just
I love that
so
blue.
Crispy. You got the blue, white, and black. I mean, that just looks so sleek. Just looking so good. So if you want to support Counter Logic Gaming, a portion of the proceeds goes to them. These packs will be coming out on June 29th. You see it on the screen there. That's next Wednesday. So if you want to support your team, pick this up. A piece of the proceeds goes to them, and you're supporting your squad.
And of course, yeah, we already saw those HCS skins, you know, debuted a lot of those yesterday. This CLG one is definitely, obviously, a fan favorite with this team being so successful for so long here.
All right, let's take a look at the game type overview. We've got Eden Strongholds, the Rig Slayer, Fathom, Capture the Flag, the Rig Strongholds, and Eden Slayer. Now, Enigma6, they've won this Eden Strongholds twice so far. They've only lost it once. And a lot of these game types that we're seeing them play, they are kind of stronger game types for Enigma6, but when you look at the other side, look at this, we're playing the Rig Strongholds again. This is a game type we've seen CLG lose twice already, and this is still in here. We heard it from Lethal the other day, and he was just like, you know, we still feel like it's a good game type of ours, and the whole team still feels like they can still be strong on this game type. So they're giving it another shot. They're not holding anything back. They're not even trying to veto it at this point.
Right. I'm not going to say they're bad at that game type. They're definitely really good, and the games were extremely close. But if you had to pick one that they are weaker at. Exactly. Yeah. I think they need to start addressing that pretty soon, especially if this series has anything in store for what we saw like yesterday. They're going to have to start reevaluating that veto system a little bit and maybe realize that, hey, you know, like this, we are good at this, but this one, and whenever we played, it comes down to a coin flip. You know, whoever clutches it up at the end of the game. You know, when they lost Optic Gaming, Frosty had it kill-tacular, but Optic Gaming's still catching that time. So obviously, Rig Strongholds is as a coin flip for them.
All right, well, let's get into the match. The players are ready. Strongholds on Eden. You're going to be seeing players fight for those rockets outside, and Strongholds has changed a little bit because when the game first came out, everyone initially just wanted to go for 2, and that's all they wanted to hold. But now a lot of players go for that 3 cap. Well, let's kick things off with Enigma6's Hook and see if this guy can pick up Overshield off the rip.
And he dodged that first nade and grabbed, wow, and taken out so quickly, drops almost instantly there. Great nades here from CLG.
Frosty's picking up Blue Bend, not being contested over here. And look at this. He looks back at Blue Base because he knows he doesn't have anyone from his team here. He knows that a player could have spawned over here because a few of the players on Enigma6 have died. So that's just great awareness from Frosty. But Hook, I mean, taking him out with the BR, sending Frosty to the ground. So let's move over to Hook and see what he's doing here over by the blue side attic over.
And that was a perfect by Hook as well. You know, as Towie said, BR does do more damage than the pistol, and that's an example of when it actually does that. Frosty essentially may have been able to take him out there, but Hook just with the clutch shots.
Look at this. You see Hook on his screen, 3 players on his team just falling. He's trying to help him out across the map with the battle rifle, but could only do so much. So now he's going to try and pick up the Blue Bend here and try and change the tide of the match going on right now. 20-1 in CLG's favor right now, but now we see Enigma6 putting some points on the board, 20-3. And Hook dodging a rocket, but he's going to get taken down by that second rocket from Royal 2. Let's check in with Royal 2 now and see what he's up to with this last rocket.
And we are looking at about 30 to 40 seconds here for that next overshield to spawn as well. So you're going to see teams want to control the nest at Ben. You know, we've seen the meta evolve where if you can have all 3 strongholds, then by all means go for it. But if you have to hold 2, it's much more common to give that catwalk up and constantly force the team to spawn a tower where you can then set up more efficiently for the rockets and overshield.
What CLG does, they actually block that tower too, and they force that spawn over at Blue Bend. You see Frosty here. Let's jump over to him. Actually, he's taken down, but he always hangs out here on this ledge to block those spawns over there. Royal 2's taken down. Lethal is alive, trying to get these players out of catwalk, but he's just going to stay alive here over on the blue side. He goes down from Boo Boo Doo Boo.
Now, there is some fighting going down at OS. It looks like that is, in fact, going to be burned as well. Going to put rockets in the hands of Kratos. Now, CLG trying to get Blue Bend, but Snakebite taken out right before he's able to capture it, and that's a triple cap now in favor of Enigma6. They're going to quickly close this gap.
All right, Kratos still with rockets, but you have Lethal with camo over in the tower. Not going for catwalk, though. Just taking it a bit slow. Waits for Snakebite. Now you see Lethal and Snakebite making a move, but they spot Boo Boo Doo Boo. So now Boo Boo Doo Boo has to take his time in trying to stop this capture, and looks like he's going to get some help from his teammate there, from Hook, to get that reset. They are going to lose Nest, but they are still in control of 2, and they have finally taken the lead 34-32 in favor of Enigma6. Boo Boo Doo Boo taking down Snakebite. Oh my gosh, with the reversal, Boo Boo Doo Boo showing why individually he's one of the top players in the league.
And not only that, Lethal had the camo the entire time, stayed alive for quite some time, but it ends up getting taken out as well. And CLG putting all of their efforts to capture this catwalk, and were unable to do so. And a lot of that went right into the hands of Boo Boo Doo Boo, and that reversal, something really uncharacteristic from Snakebite. And just like that, Shooter gets taken out by Snakebite in a 1v1. He had first shot there. Big play by him.
Now we've got Hook sitting up in the nest, just trying to defend this here. and trying to get that capture there. He's not going to be able to do so just yet, but look at him dipsy doodle around here, just taking the attention from a lot of the guys over on CLG. He is going to fall, though, from Snakebite, and Kratos will fall to Royal, too. Just so much madness ensuing there over at top catwalk, but Enigma6 proving to not be letting up here. They're putting on the pressure to CLG.
And Hoog picking up a trade there with Frosty with the new rockets coming up, so good positioning by him. Now those rockets are going to go in hands of Royal 2 now. But look, even at this point, they were down 32 to like 8 seconds, and now they've already got 60 points on the board, double CLG score.
Now Hoog is going to make a push here with Shooter over into the blue bend to keep control of this. Now, we were talking earlier how players like to hold the nest and they like to hold blue bend, but E6 has been holding catwalk, and they've been holding blue bend over there. Look at this. If Hoog can pick up this double kill, this would be huge. He does get help from Shooter. That's going to be 2 down for CLG. But now, a trip cap from Enigma6. They're just keeping CLG at bay, not allowing them to get any captures here. We've got Lethal in catwalk, but he's taking shots. He's weak. Our Shooter and our Boo Boo Doo Boo going to be able to get there. If we can move over to Boo Boo Doo Boo, he is going to be able to stop that, and still with the 3 cap. Now Boo Boo Doo Boo making a move over to blue bend. He's getting some players weak, and Shooter right there. Great teamwork from 3 of those guys. Look at the guys on E6 just collapse over to each stronghold every single time CLG's trying to make a move. We're at 93 to 32. Is CLG going to go down here on Eden Strongholds in game number 1? 96 to 32. We've seen CLG bring crazy comebacks here in the past, but 98 to 32. This looks like it's going to be it. 99 to 32, and Enigma6 takes game number 1 off of the top dogs, CLG.
Did CLG even get another point after they reached 32? That was 32 points to, you know, single digits, and then 2 different separate triple caps just propelled Enigma6 ahead of them, and CLG could never get their footing back and could never grab control again.
Wow, I mean, look at the stats here, too. Definitely being outslayed by the guys on Enigma6, but look at Boo Boo Doo Boo, only 4 kills, but every time we were watching him, he was always in a good position.
That reversal was worth at least 2 kills in my book, so I'm going to put a 5 there.
All right, so that was 2 kills, but he was always in great position. Let's take a look at the replays as we talk about this match, though. I mean, E6, they held that 3 cap for so long, and you just saw them constantly moving together. Every time CLG tried to capture blue bend or tried to capture catwalk, there was someone always on Enigma6 there to throw an aid in, get him weak. Yeah, that does count as 2 kills there. That does count as 2.
And look, yeah, they had 32. Like, Enigma6 took the lead 36 to 32 with that kill, and then held the strongholds for the rest of the game. That was not even close.
Yeah, I mean, CLG not looking too good right now against Enigma6, and we saw yesterday Envy put up a great fight, and now Enigma6 is putting up a good fight, and you know, it's Eden Strongholds, they go down, we're for sure having 3 games, but if CLG wins one of these, we have the Rig Strongholds, and honestly, going into the Rig Strongholds, from what we've seen, I know you said they're not bad at this game type. I do think it's a weaker game type of theirs. I'm feeling good if I'm on Enigma6 right now, kind of looking forward at all these game types.
I mean, it's pretty safe to say that if you're going to beat CLG, you can pretty much expect it to go to a game 5. You know, and in order to send it to a game 5, you at least need to steal one of the first 3 game type wins. And Enigma6 coming out strong in game 1 and taking that. So we're already going to have to see a Rig Strongholds, which, you know, can be a coin flip, although it seems like CLG is on the losing end of that coin flip most of the time on that map. And then, of course, an Eden Slayer. Based on what Enigma6 was watching yesterday, and we even spoke with them, I'm sure that they are not going to play out the last minute of that situation the same way that Envious did. So if we do get in that kind of scenario, look for Enigma6 to be able to close it out a lot more strongly than Envy was able to do so.
I think kind of what happened yesterday, too, that might have kind of just sent something to all the players like, hey, guys, CLG is beatable. Envy almost did it. Why can't we do it? And because there was that kind of aura from a lot of the players, and you even heard a handful of players say that they felt they were fighting for 2nd place. Right, that CLG was too good. That was Penguin and Rain during one of the podcasts. And, I mean, Envy almost took them down. That's with Rain. Rain almost took them down with his squad. And I think that's really kind of sending a note to everyone in the league saying, hey, we can do this.
All All right, now we do have the players set up in the game. We are looking at, once again, the Rig Slayer, and this is one of those game types that can be, be a toss-up, essentially. If you're able to grab control of power weapons and just constantly stay alive, locking down side of the map, this game does not have to go to 50 kills. It wouldn't be surprised me to see it only at like that 40 kill mark.
Well, let's kick things off with Hook as we jump into Slayer on the Rig. And real quick, these guys on Enigma6 have played this matchup, or excuse me, played this game type 2 times before in the Pro League, and they've won it both times. Over on the CLG side, they have not yet played this game type. So still, E6 looking very strong going into this game type, and not favoring them, but definitely they've got to feel comfortable going into this.
It looks like the beginning of this opening is going to go in favor of CLG, but only 2-0 in the first 30 seconds. This is a very slow start to a Slayer.
And Camo's still up. That's kind of unheard of. Nobody went for Camo, and Hook is going to just say, hey, you know what? This is still here. All right, dudes, I'm going to pick up Camo, and thanks for the power up here.
Right now, Hook does have this Camo. He's going to grab this kill on Royal 2, but what I don't know if he knows is that Snakebite with the sniper. If we can hop on board with Snakebite, he has sniper scatter shot right now. That Royal 2 combo almost that we've seen just used so effectively, and a quick early 5-kill lead here now. And that Camo is so late for the next one.
And Snakebite just dropped a sniper there for Royal 2. We saw him do that yesterday, and he's doing it again today. Royal 2 trying to line up a shot there on Hook, picking up the no-scope on Kratos right there, so he's going to be taken down by Lethal. And just look at these guys on CLG. They're in like just a perfect line to take down these players here on E6. If anybody just falls right into the line that CLG is in, they're going to be taken out. And Royal 2 knows that a player is over at the bottom nest, but instead of going for that, he decides he's got all the power weapons, he's got all the goodies. Let's move a little bit closer to my team. There's no reason for me to die with this sniper rifle across the map. So a great rotation from Royal 2, and now they're up 12-3.
And they also have all of the power weapons. You've got Snakebite, who still has the scatter shot. You got who actually just gets taken out, and Boo Boo Doo with a suicide as well. So Royal 2, he's got all the power weapons top of that tower. Can't even hold them all. There's so many. Plasma Caster, Sniper, and Scatter down.
15-3 now. About 2 minutes into the game, 16-3. This is not looking good for E6 right now. I mean, you do not want to let CLG get this demanding of a lead and just pull away, because fighting back here on this map, especially when Royal 2 has Sniper and Plasma Caster, and like you said, Snakebite with the scatter shot, it's going to be very, very hard.
And 18-3. This is, I mean, even on some of the bigger blowouts that we've seen on this game type, I don't think any of them started off like this.
Not at all, and that next sniper is about to pop here. 20-4, E6 can't buy a kill right now. They are able to get 5 on the board, but I mean, for every kill that E6 is getting, I mean, CLG is getting 4.
Now, the good news for E6 is that everyone on the team does, in fact, have a kill, so there's no risk of a goose here, but still potential breadsticks that we have.
Royal 2 gets the call out that there is a player over by the carbine, so he's going to turn around, but has his teammate there, right there to help him out. He's got Lethal and Frosty there to help him out, so they're able to keep control of the sniper. And I believe the other sniper did pop up. Not sure who got that. Maybe it was Snakebite or one of the players on E6. There you see it. Kratos has the sniper. He's able to take down Snakebite. So let's move over to Kratos as he's trying to make his way and flank around the CLG guys to pick up a kill. Lethal does go down. It's at 10-15. E6 still down by quite a big margin. They've got a lot of catch-up to do here, but it doesn't seem like they're not letting up right now. They've still got some fight left in them, and there's still plenty of hope.
Yeah, we've got the new Plasma Caster coming up in 10 seconds as well. So there's still, this game, there's plenty of time left. You know, it's not over till it's over. We've seen that so many different times before, but nobody watching Kratos' back, and he just gets collapsed on from 2 different angles.
You have Royal 2 just fly out trying to pick up the sniper, but Boo Boo Doo Boo is there and has different plans. He wants to take that sniper and try and make something happen. Goes for a no-scope, and he hits it on Frosty. Are you serious? Boo Boo Doo Boo. Send us some energy from you, Boo Boo Doo Boo. We've sent you so much energy, and are you seriously hitting those type of shots? That did not look like it was going to be good for him, but you know what? He misses the first one and just swipe snipes the next one and hits that. Oh my gosh.
Not only that, but Frosty actually had the scatter shot in that situation as well. So picking up a kill in a situation like that is best case scenario. But when the opponent has a power weapon in their back pocket, then it just makes it that much better.
And a great pickup of the camo there. Bubu being very aware. And maybe the coach told him that was coming up, but a great play by Bubu. He didn't even get contested. Nobody really knew that it was coming up, and I'm sure the players on CLG are wondering where the camo player is, but wow, Bubu getting caught off guard by Royal 2. There was a player that was one shot in front of him. I'm surprised he didn't try and pick up that kill there. Let's move over to Royal 2, though, as he's got the Plasma Caster, playing a bit aggressive, trying to put some pressure on these E6 players.
Now he only has 2 shots left. Player gets taken out before he's able to capitalize on that, so he will be taken out. But the rest of Enigma6, 3 members down already, and they still got, twice as many kills as him currently.
Yeah, 37-18. I mean, this is pretty much game over for Enigma6. They're going to have to pull a miracle to win this game type here. I mean, CLG, there's Frosty just climbing around the map again. He's a monkey, man. This guy, he goes everywhere. He knows every nook. He knows every cranny. He's going to take down Bubu there. And now Frosty just hanging out here up in the treehouse on this little sneaky ledge. Just absolutely doing so much damage. He's going to eliminate Kratos as well. And just E6 not looking very dominant or very powerful on this game type right now.
And still just constantly picking up 2 for 1 essentially all game long. You've got Lethal leading the pack this game, 13-7 as far as his stats go. And Frosty, as Puckett would say, he's a sneaky beaver here, and he's just constantly been able to do that no matter what map he's playing on.
All right, so Frosty's looking to pick up a kill here on Shooter, but he's going to be eliminated by a grenade from Kratos. So let's move over to Royal 2 now as they try to close out the game. He does have the Plasma Caster again. It just seems like a lot of the guys on CLG have been controlling these power weapons most of the match. We did see Bubu with the sniper, but I mean, it feels like the guys on CLG are always getting this Plasma Caster. And since it's been buffed a little bit, it's a bit stronger. Now it's a little bit more advantageous to go for it now. And you see the CLG guys really taking advantage of this weapon.
In Halo 5, more than any other Halo before, it's important to grab just different weapons. There's just so many between the SMG, the Storm Rifle, the Plasma Caster, the Hydra Launcher. Everyone has its place in the game. Lethal is getting taken out with Sniper there, but we've seen exactly like that Hydra Launcher kill yesterday. That gave CLG the lead in a tie game in overtime, so just completely can change the outcome.
You see the players on CLG dropping like flies there, and E6 immediately running across the map to put the pressure on the players spawning over by the bunker. And Lethal will go down to Kratos with the scatter shot. Now 31-44, but Counterlogic Gaming only needs 6 more kills right now to win. And then you see a player up in the rafters there again. I believe that was Frosty up in the rafters. There he is. Let's take a look at where Frosty's at right now. He's just another spot he's up at. I mean, he knows them all. This one's been around for quite some time, though, but we don't see it used too often throughout the games. I think he's just kind of all over the map right now. He knows they're going to win, so he's just hanging out, waiting for an unsuspecting player from Enigma6 to come by, and he's going to decide to leave this area and try to put some pressure here over by the Plasma Caster, and that's going to be a snipe from Bubu. I guess we'll hop on board with him as this game comes to an end. But 48-35, Counterlogic Gaming only needs 2 kills to close out this game.
And CLG, they just need to essentially overload and all rush one side together, and exactly as soon as they do that, there's just not enough leeway left in the map here for Enigma6. Just too few deaths to be able to actually bring that one back, especially when you've got Snakebite sitting at 16-8, and he was running around with multiple power weapons for the majority of that game, but consistently had the scatter shot, so controlling that extremely well.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the replays as we break down what happened here in this match. But you said Snakebite had scatter shot. We saw Royal 2 with the sniper. We saw Royal 2 with the Plasma Caster. Yeah, that was absolutely ridiculous.
Every time I watch Bubu, he does something ridiculous, but then I look at his stats and he was like 3-10 or ended the game 6-11. So I don't know where the deaths keep coming from, because every time I look at him, he's pulling off some ridiculous kill that he probably shouldn't have got.
Well, I mean, you could say he probably shouldn't have got, but I mean, this guy plays a lot. They carefully line up all these snipes, but...
This is true, but if we play the numbers game, I mean, how many times out of 10 times are you going to hit that shot?
I mean, you and I, we probably wouldn't hit it that much. But we're looking at these guys, they'll probably hit it more times than not. But CLG is going to win game number 2, 50-36 in a demanding fashion. But you look at game number 1 on your screen, Enigma6 won in a demanding fashion there, just 100-32. I mean, none of us saw that coming. So we're all tied up in the series 1-1. Moving into Fathom Capture the Flag next, and taking a look at kind of the game type, taking a look at the match history here. Enigma6 has played this game type 5 times already. They've won it twice and lost it 3 times. Now CLG has played this game type 3 times, and they've won it every single time. So this is kind of looking in the favor of CLG right now, just being undefeated in this game type so far throughout the HCS Pro League.
I think every game type kind of favors CLG when you're going into it, but I mean, as opposed to last time these teams matched up, like Enigma6 has already put on a better performance than what we saw from them previously. So in regards to like the top 4 running and who's going to show up there, you know, we see Evil Geniuses playing better. We've seen amazing things from Envious, but now Enigma6 showing that they can put up a fight against CLG as well.
Exactly. I think if Enigma6 can just keep up their pressure on these players over on CLG and get control of their treehouse. I mean, a lot of players talk about how making sure you don't lose control of your treehouse here on this game type, how important it is to control that so you're not getting caught at that VAT spawn. You don't want to get caught back in that far corner and allow the other team to just run the flag through your treehouse or just right down through the sub. So that's going to be what we're going to see out of both these teams trying to keep control of. But obviously, they're going to go for railgun and camo as well. Well, it sounds like we've got the players in the match, so let's start this kick. Let's kick things off here on Capture the Flag here on Fathom. First, the 3 caps is going to win. Who do you want to kick things off here with, Elamite?
I'm feeling Hook this game. I've seen him do so many great things on Fathom in the past. I feel like he's really great map awareness here. And of course, with this shot and railgun just being so elite, he's always going to put up a great show.
All right, and Hook off the rip, he's gonna head straight down and do a little slide jump off of the railing there and get all the way to top mid. I don't like that challenge though. He had camo. He could have probably stayed over there and maybe not got shot. I don't know, Lethal's over there, but to challenge out, he's the player. So you know what? I don't play anymore, so you know what? He probably had some information that I didn't have, but I mean, regardless, what a play by Hook to just fly up to top middle like that.
Yeah, I mean, I see where his head's at, knowing that normally there's going to be a player on porch to start off the game. He did get up to top center so quickly that there's a good chance there's a player still going to be there. And now we can tell that there, in fact, was not, and the challenge did not work out in his favor. But of course, being in game, you know, you can definitely see where exactly he's thinking.
All right, Hook with the light rifle, trying to get his shields back and now moving up with the teammate. So definitely playing it out smart right here, just waiting for your shields to come back. Now starting this initial push here and this initial charge on the Counter Logic Gaming guys. He's going to pick up a double kill with the light rifle and take down Royal 2. Looking to take down Frosty as well. He is going to eliminate him as well. That's 4 down for CLG as they're spawning by the VAT. And look at that, Snakebite's already all the way over by their base, running the flag into the treehouse. So Snakebite right off spawn knew that he had to get into the base, and he's already running the flag. Let's move over to Snakebite and see where he's at. He's up on this little ledge here by the blue VAT, but great play from Snakebite.
And Sharks, we need to hop on board with Shooter. He's had the railgun for a minute here. He just, in fact, gets taken out, but he picked up 3 or 4 different kills and actually absolutely led his team for that retake.
We got a capture from E6 during all that madness, so E6 goes up 1-0 against CLG early in the start of this match. We're used to seeing Counter Logic Gaming be the one to first score early in each game type on Capture the Flag, and definitely on Kali. CTF, we always see them do that, but now E6 taking an early lead. We've got Boo Boo Jubu with the railgun looking to find a player to take out. He finds Royal 2, and he's going to lay him down on the ground with that railgun. Now taking that sneaky jump to top middle, finds the camo player. He eliminates Snakebite as well. Knows that Frosty is hiding back here somewhere, but doesn't know just exactly where. He's going to decide to leave him. I like this play because he's moving over to help out his teammate Kratos make a push into the flag. They're keeping up this pressure. They're not sitting back because they have a lead. They're keeping up the pressure here.
Yeah, 100% correct on what they need to do. Boo Boo Dubu just waiting for his teammates. They know he'll clean up the kill. He needs to get the railgun in position, and it's most effective top center. There's just so many different lines of sight, and when it essentially functions almost like a sniper rifle, you can just do so much damage.
Dubu doing a great job staying alive. He's not going to be able to pick up that kill. He will be eliminated by the guys over on CLG. Let's move over to Kratos, hiding in his base, trying to stop that flag run as he picks up a perfect kill with the pistol on Snakebite. Still throwing some nades there on the flag runner, but Lethal is able to get that flag and snag this into the treehouse and slowly start to rally this flag back. He's all the way back into his courtyard area, moving in through the front door. He's taking shots. He's down to just a little bit of health, and he will be taken down. You see all 4 players here from Enigma6 pushing up, but we do have Snakebite. Move over to him if we could. Snakebite is running this flag, and he just tosses it because he knows he needs to get his shields back. Plays that out absolutely perfectly. Snakebite capturing that first flag for them, tying up the game 1-1 here, bringing this back.
But not only that, several members of Enigma6 are taken out there, which gives CLG a good opportunity to regain top middle control when they even had 3 members just in their base. However, that is 2 being taken out as well. So it's just constant back and forth battle. See who can grab control here.
Snakebite, he's going to pick up a kill on Kratos as he puts some shots on Hook with the pistol up there. Gets some great shots on Hook, but Hook throws a hell of a grenade across the map. He's going to take down Snakebite. Let's actually move over to Bubu Dubu now. See what he's up to with the railgun. He's got 5 shots. Takes it to the face there on Lethal's side with the railgun. I mean, straight to his noggin. Takes down Lethal. That's 2 down for CLG. Looking to make that 3. Snakebite's weak in front of the base, but Kratos isn't able to connect there. He does not finish that kill, so that flag will go down. Bubu Dubu in the base of CLG trying to get this flag run. He accidentally picks up the pistol instead of the flag, so a little bit of a mistake right there, and Royal 2 is going to hit him with that grenade to take him out.
And that's actually going to put the railgun in the hands of Frosty now, so we can take a look through Frosty's eyes, see what he's going to do with this weapon. He is sitting at 5 kills. Royal 2 is actually leading this game currently with 13 kills, so good play from him obviously as well.
Now CLG starting their push across the map over on E6. Frosty believes that there could be a player over here, as we can see here at home with these highlights that there is no player in fact there. But Hook sneaks around the corner. He's going to punch Frosty right in the face to take him down. That's 2 down for CLG. Now we've got E6 making their move into the base. Let's jump over to Kratos as he's moving the flag. Can he get it into the attic? Yes, he does get it into the attic. Now his teammates just need to slay a little bit.
And that was just 2 dead, and Hook flanking CLG now as they're trying to get the flag out of the base. They are not going to let CLG get a pull like they did just previously with Snakebite's almost counter cap situation there.
And there you see it. E6 caps the second flag. They go up 2-1. They were able to take down Frosty as he was trying to get the flag into the treehouse or the attic. Players have a few different names for the red and blue treehouse / attic, but railgun is coming up. You see CLG trying to make a push for it. They are going to connect with a grenade on Kratos and take him out. And look at this, Snakebite just flying out. He's got Royal 2 to help him out and still just staying alive. Let's move over to Snakebite as Royal 2, I believe he was the player to get the railgun, so let's move over to him if we could. He has 5 shots left with the railgun, but E6 is up 2-1. This is the opportunity CLG needs right now. Camo is coming up as well, so if you want to see who could potentially be picking that up, we may be able to jump on board with that person as well. But look at this. We may see E6 close this out right now. We've got Hook running the flag in, but over on the other side, you see Snakebite. He's already got the flag out once again. But Snakebite is always on top of it.
Camo is on the return. He was able to flank around, not able to actually get it through. Shooter is taken out, and CLG keeps his flag alive.
All right, Hook just staying alive over here, taking down Lethal with the Storm Rifle. So doing a great job at just being kind of a nuisance here to not let them get this return. But look at this. All 3 players, now only 2 players from E6 are stuck in their base. They're playing very defensive. And then you've got Snakebite and Frosty, the last 2 people you want to be charging you in the base. When you've got a flag, Snakebite, he's going to get a double kill. The flag is out front. You do get Shooter able to get that flag toss out, but they get the return. And over on the other side, you're going to see Royal 2 run in flag number 2. We're all tied up here in game number 3. The series is tied 1-1, so this is a big match for both of these teams. teams, the next flag cap will win. We're about 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the match, so plenty of time for both of these teams.
And 2 members now down for CLG. Looks like Frosty's still hiding in his base, but picks up a big kill on Hook, who is hiding top center. So this is going to be an opportunity for CLG to try to grab some more control. Overall, taking a look at the stats, Enigma6 is in fact outslaying CLG right now. So leading the pack, no surprise to anyone here, it's going to be Hook. And then coming up on CLG's end, Lethal with only 6 kills compared to Hook's 16.
Frosty doing some great damage, but what a move there by Kratos. Royal 2 is going to be able to finish off Kratos with the light rifle, and Hook now with the light rifle as well. Let's move over to Hook.
And Shooter actually just picked up the railgun as well. He's pushing in with Hook, but he's actually going to be the one holding the power weapon. He's getting that railgun, picks up a quick kill as well. This is a good opportunity. If he can grab Hook and pick up this one, and he beats Lethal in the 1v1. That's 2 dead for CLG.
Now Hook making a push in. He's got Shooter right behind him as well with the railgun. Hook is in the base. He's got to win this 1v1 fight. He thrusts forward, but look at this. Lethal's coming in. Can he finish the kill? Lethal. Big kill from Lethal. Look at this Shooter with the railgun. If he can pick up this kill, they may be able to get it. Yes, he gets the kill with the railgun. He's going to keep this moving. Let's hop into third person real quick, see where everyone is at. You've got a player, Frosty, bottom middle. He's going to take down Shooter possibly. No, he cannot. What a play by Hook, helping out his teammate. That's going to be 3 down for CLG. They're running the flag in. He is one shot. The last player making the move, and Enigma6, they cap flag number 3. I'm in shock. E6 goes up 2-1 in the series right now. Let's take a look at these stats though. Hook dropping 21 kills, Shooter with 18 kills, Kratos with 16, and Boo Boo Doo only with 10, but still, I mean, Boo Boo Doo obviously making the right plays, but Hook, he's definitely the main slayer of the squad. Looking over at the other side, not the best performance from Lethal, but how crazy is this? You've got E6 just completely dominating the slays right here. CLG, they didn't really have the slays that E6 had, but the game was only 3-2.
And Sharkside, let's take a look at the replays here while we keep talking about that. Now, just a couple things I want to point out. One, these guys matched up on this game type earlier, and there was the lag out that resulted in a replay where CLG came out so strong and ended up taking that game. So this was, this is like a redemption match, especially the CTF Fathom game, for E6 to come out and prove what they can do. They've been a team that's been dominated by momentum a lot. We've seen reverse 3-0 sweeps from them, and we've seen them get 3-0'd by Allegiance as well. So Enigma6 obviously coming out strong today. Enigma6 saw what happened to CLG last night, and they know that, hey, there's a crack in these guys' armor, and NB pointed that out to everyone, and we're going to be the ones to capitalize on it.
I think one of the game-changing plays there at the end, too, was when we had Shooter make that push with Hook inside the base. You saw them take down 3 players, and then Shooter was able to initiate that flag run as well, and then you saw Hook kind of get it all the way back to his base, but incredible plays by Enigma6. I mean, definitely shifting the momentum here in the series and going in their favor. They're up 2-1. Now look at this. The Rig Strongholds. The game type we've seen CLG lose the most here. They've lost this game type twice, but they've also won this game type twice. So we've seen Optic Gaming take them down here. We've seen Envious take them down here. Is Enigma6 going to be able to 3-1 counter Logic Gaming, or are we going to see another Eden Slayer Game 5? What do you think?
I think we're going to see another Eden Slayer Game 5. I feel like after they lost the Rig Strongholds again, they're going to come out strong. Like, that was probably the game type from yesterday to today that they discussed and, kind of try to reevaluate the most. And maybe that kind of let them fall behind in some of these other game types, losing that Eden Strongholds and the Fathom CTF. So I expect CLG, like I said before, you got to steal one of the first games, because beating CLG without a Game 5, that we'll see if that can be done here still. But if this happens, I mean, they got the 2-1. They're in position to do it.
They're in the lead. They have the lead. And you know what? If you're in the Twitch chat, if you want to send your energy over to Enigma6, be sure to send that boo-boo to the doo-boo right now. And if you're a CLG fan, show them some love in the Twitch chat. Let's see which fans are here? Which fans are present today? Is there more CLG fans in the Twitch chat today, or is there more Enigma6 fans in the Twitch chat? So let's blow this Twitch chat up. Let them know that you're here. Let them know that you're supporting, because we have got another great series ahead of us right here. I mean, the Rig Strongholds, we've seen Counter Logic Gaming go down on this. Enigma6 is looking very dominant right now with both of their performances here in Game 1 and Game 3. Not so hot there in Game 2 with CLG just pulling away with a plasma caster, pulling away with the sniper, and just really in a dominating fashion, 50-36. But I mean, like you said, there's a crack in CLG's armor right now. Envious has shaken up the top dogs of the league right now. I mean, Counter Logic Gaming is 7-0 right now. They're going for their 8-0 sweep right now, but they got a little bit of a long road here. It's a best of 5, but 2 games, I mean, that's still a lot to go. And
with that being said as well, with this being the strongholds, which CLG is consistently somewhat weaker on, being on the rig, you know, on that Fathom game, the last fly cap, Booba had camo, Shooter had railgun, Hook had something, storm rifle, I think maybe, and they all collapsed at the exact same time. So obviously Enigma6, they have the chemistry, they have the teamwork. I'm sure their communication is on point right now, and they've all got to be feeling pretty good going into this game 4.
Now, if we look at their last matchup, this was in week 3 when CLG played Enigma6. The Rig Strongholds, CLG did in fact beat Enigma6, 100-66. So CLG has beaten Enigma6 on this game type, but I mean we've seen them lose this. I mean, if you're Enigma6, you're feeling pretty confident going into this game type. You're up. You know this is one of CLG's weaker game types, and you've got the lead right now. Just you got to stay strong. You can't blow it. I mean, I just got to say it like that. You can't blow it right now.
Are you hinting at any other teams maybe or recent matches that we have seen?
It sounds like you might be. I'm definitely not hitting at anything, but maybe there was something that happened. But, you know, that's in the past. You got to move forward. I mean, stuff happens. You got to move on. But so you think CLG is going to win. You think CLG is going to win this. You think we're going to game 5. Who do you guys think at home? Who do you guys think is going to win? Let us know. Is it CLG? Is it Enigma6?
And of course, tweet using or tweet at ESL Halo or using the hashtag HCS, of course.
Or tweet at HCS as well. We got a lot of Twitters. We got a lot of hashtags and a lot of stuff going on. But let's. So it sounds like we're gonna be just a minute. We're waiting for the players to start up the match. But let's give another shout out to the podcast, the HCS listening. We've got Tashi who works really hard to put this thing together and really has kind of kick-started this whole thing, and we're really wanting this to grow. It's kind of like our contribution, and we see all the Halo community really working hard to kind of build content, and this is kind of our contribution to help do a little bit of contribution to content as well. So we've got, like I said, we've got Snakebite coming in next week. You're not going to want to miss that podcast, especially after this matchup too. Whatever happens here, it's going to be really interesting to see what he talks about.
A happy Snakebite or a sad Snakebite could be potentially in the future here. And
I think no matter what, though, Snakebite, I mean, this guy is just a stone cold killer. I think he's going to understand if they lose. He's going to understand why. They're going to go back to the drawing board, and he's going to go back and be like, this is what we did wrong. This is what we need to do.
It's pretty hopeful to go through an entire HCS Pro League season undefeated. So, you know, like, it's, of course, that's what their goal is, but the expectation there with so many other great players, you know, the resurgence of Pistola, McWin, all these players, it's just not exactly maybe realistic to be able to do that. And I just can't believe that they're setting themselves up in this situation already. Enigma6 is just proving, like, if they're able to beat CLG, they were initially tied for that, you know, 3rd through 5th spots.
Yep.
Well, what happens now? You know, I want to know what, you know, HCS Live Tweets is tweeting and thinking about. We're watching this right now. People don't get to watch the show live. They might be thinking, like, what is this, some kind of troll action from them? Or are they actually winning the series?
Well, if we're going to see a series just like we did yesterday of Counter Logic Gaming versus Envious, I mean, let's tweet the stream out. You know what? I'm going to tweet the stream out right now. Let's tweet the stream out. Get more people in here because you're not going to want to miss this next matchup. It sounds like the players are ready as well. So let's get ready to start this up. We're playing Strongholds on the rig, 100 points to win this, and I mean, we're gonna see players fighting over that camo right there, and that's gonna be a big turning point for a lot of the game, and especially the railgun. Forgot to mention that, but those are 2 big pivotal weapons on this map. So let's kick things off with Kratos as he immediately heads over towards the sniper area when you're playing Slayer. The camo is going to be shot down as well. He's going to put some shots here over on the nest, and I like how he made this push over to Whitehall because you're able to get some good angles, but unfortunately he is taken down.
And that's a quick early start going in favor of CLG, and I do see Hoog win that 1v1 against Frosty. This kid is so good, you can't even speak enough about him.
Some great teamwork there from the guys on E6. Now you see Hook and Kratos starting to make this push over here. Kratos not able to get a good grenade there by the Batman ledge. It's not going to connect. Neither is that second one either, but they do spot Royal 2 behind him, and Shooter is going to decline him of making any moves back there. And now E6 slowly pushing up. If they can pick up this kill here, that's going to be 2 down for CLG. Actually now 2 down for E6 as well, so this is not going to look good for a turnaround here, but Shooter's still picking up some kills. And I think these guys know they need to focus on slaying a bit, but look at this. Counter Logic Gaming picking up the 3 cap early on in the game. Within about the first minute, they're up 20-0. They definitely went back to the notebook and looked at everything that they did wrong. They watched their theater and figured out, hey, this is what we're doing wrong, and obviously they're doing something right now. Oh my gosh.
Did you just watch what I watched?
I did just see that. Shooter, wow.
I called him out before this game. I said yesterday I was most impressed with Shooter, and sure enough, and did Frosty just jump in that hallway backwards? I think he just jumped in backwards with every intention of going for a ninja, like entering the battle for a ninja. And let's just point out and give some props to Shooter there. Shooter just won a 1v1 pretty convincingly against Lethal.
Now Kratos looking to pick this up over here, and they make a little bit of a trade. So now putting some points on the board here over on E6. Railgun is up, so let's see if players will make a move over to get that railgun. Kratos does have the scatter, picks up the kill on Lethal, laying him down on the ground. Looking to pick up some shots here on Royal 2. That's 2 down for CLG. If Kratos can stay alive here, maybe able to pick up the basement in there. You see Frosty just running away. That's going to be Frosty down as well. Now with the 3 cap, but the camo is up. Can Kratos get this? He's going to just stay alive. I like this play.
I like this a lot.
He's waiting for his teammates to pick up some kills and kind of just being that distraction. He's got scatter. He's got camo. Now we're all tied up 27-27. E6 has completely turned this around. You cannot count these guys out right now.
Not only that, but we have Railgun in the hands of Hook as well. So this is perfect positioning for Enigma6.
Look at this play though. Kratos, instead of going for BR base, realizes he doesn't have to. He can just keep going for the slays here and make sure that CLG doesn't get a capture here. Royal 2 will be taken down, and Kratos now is going to move over to BR base, checking for some spawns, but look at this, no players around here. Actually, you see Royal 2 spawns up. He sees him. He's going to stand still. He's got camo. Can he pick up the kill? Yes, he does. That's 2 down for CLG. We're looking at another 3 cap. Actually, a trade there from CLG and E6.
And so they do pick up another kill, and if Royal 2 spawns, it does pick up the Carbine spawn. So you do have all 4 members now of CLG on the outside of the map, trying to focus on the nest, and so many nades going in there.
Look at that team help right there.
4 down. That was a 4-for-0 trade, and now they're going to recapture basement again. Potential a triple cap if they're able to grab this fast enough and rotate back to BR base.
This is not looking good for CLG right now. You know they got to be a little bit worried about what's happened in the past. Kratos making a push over to the BR pit right now. He's going to pick up a kill. That's 2 down for E6. Kratos, if he can stay alive, he is able to pick up the double kill. He's jumping around, trying to stay alive. He's got nades all over him, but he's still alive. Just look at this. He's just running away, making himself the hardest kill ever, buying more time for his team to spawn up, to control nest, and to control basement. But let's move over to TJ now, aka Lethal, who's making a move over to nest.
Now, Snakebite actually has the railgun here in hill with Lethal. He picked up a quick double kill and now just grabbed another one. If we can hop on board with Snakebite, I want to see how, if he continues to hit all these shots, he has not missed a railgun yet.
All right, Snakebite with the railgun just hanging out on camo. Possibly waiting. Yep, there it is. It's finally popped up. He picks that up at 23, just uncontested. He's going to take down Kratos with the railgun, but that's a huge kill from Boo Boo Doo Boo with the scatter shot to take down Snakebite. Over to Shooter now. He stops the cap. He gets the reset. And did he get that trade? I don't know. Actually, he did not get that trade. That would have been a very important trade. But look at this, 80-29. We've got E6 with the 3 cap. They finally lose that 3 cap, but still staying strong, holding 2 strongholds, 82-29. E6 could end it all here, folks. We're in game number 4. Enigma6 is up 2-1. If they win here, they are sending CLG home with their very first loss in the HCS Pro League.
And instead of going and contesting contesting BR base, they just give it up and refocus on basement. Enigma6 has a great Halo mindset when it comes to this game type, and it looks like CLG just doesn't have that same kind of a strategy when it's on rig strongholds. We've seen just consistently teams be able to put up great fights or even beat them, and if they're able to pick up these kills in Nest and stop them, which doesn't look like
yes, Shooter did get the kill, but now CLG is going to be able to capture that. But while this is happening, they are capturing BR Pit as well. 94-32. CLG cannot turn this around right now. They've got to do something very quick right now.
No one is in position, and you've got Shooter camping the basement hill with that the scatter shot as well. No one in positioning. That's going to be
99-32, folks. We're seeing Counter Logic Gaming get taken down by the young guns. Enigma6 here going down 3-1. Let's take a look at the stats. You've got Kratos with 12 kills, Hook with 11, Boo Boo Doo with 13, Shooter with 13, and oh my gosh, we did not think this was going to happen this week. We did not think Envious was going to put up a big fight, and now Enigma6 puts up in an even bigger fight, taking down the Kings of the Throne, Counter Logic Gaming. They have not lost in so long. The last time they had lost was X Games here, Edomite. The last time they lost was X Games. It's been so long.
Not only that, we'll go ahead and take a look at some of the replays here as well, but not only that, that was not that close of a series.
That game was not close at all. 100-32, that was a blowout. It just looked like Counter Logic Gaming, whatever they did, they just couldn't compete with the E6 roster. You saw E6 just really defending each stronghold really well, getting the power weapons, and getting some clutch kills as well to stop strongholds from being captured. There's one in specific as well, and then, wow, getting that team help. You just saw the teams here, or the players here on Enigma6 collapsing it really well, getting clutch kills like that. Getting those clutch kills really makes it easy for your teammates to make moves, because when you're getting kills technically that you're not supposed to be getting, I mean, you're just making it so much easier for your team. You're buying your team time, and wow, we're seeing a very powerful and dominant Enigma6 today, and this is going to be changing a lot kind of moving forward here. 100-32 in game number 1.
And 4.
And 4.
Well, so obviously taking a look at these game types, strongholds really in favor of Enigma6. The Slayer game type 50-36 Counter Logic Gaming, we've seen time and time again they're able to just pull those ones out and clutch it at the end. And of course, the only really close game was in fact that Fathom CTF, which was a rematch for these players as well. And keep in mind, like that last time these two teams met up on Fathom, it was an extremely close series that had ended up to be a replay, but the beginning before that replay, Enigma6 was playing so well that they looked like they were actually going to bring that one home. So 132, 50-36, 3-2 Fathom CTF, and then finishing out Strongholds the Rigs. The biggest margin of victory that I've seen against CLG on Strongholds, both come from this series against Enigma6, 100-32 points.
Wow, I mean, after yesterday and now today, If you missed this series, you got to go back and watch it. You got to watch yesterday's Envious matchup against CLG. You got to watch this one. But this just shows Counter Logic Gaming can be taken down. Now we've got something entertaining happening here in the Pro League. Now that first spot, I'm gonna have to say it, I think it's still up for grabs. After this happening right now, it just shows that Counter Logic can be taken down on any given day. Especially, maybe they're having a bad week. Who knows? I mean, Enigma6 playing very well. So, I mean, you got to give props to those guys on top of that. I mean, you heard from Kratos. We think it's going to be fun to beat Counter Logic Gaming. And they are the first team to beat Counter Logic Gaming in so long.
I can't even imagine what their communication was like in-game or what their post-game celebration must have been like after that series.
You can guarantee Boo Boo Doo dancing around right now after that win.
Is dancing around.
And it sounds like we will have an interview with one of the players here in just a second, so hang with us as we get that together.
Now, what do you think CLG is going to do now going into next week?
I mean, they've got to kind of bring it back together. They have to get prepared and watch over these game types, not just from Enigma6, but just from the Envy matchup too. And I think they're going to look at the rig strongholds a little bit differently now. I think they're going to veto this game type moving forward.
It would not surprise me if we do not see CLG play another strongholds rig for the rest of the season.
Yeah. So it sounds like we have the interview ready. We have Showtime. I believe that is the coach of Enigma6. He's going to talk with us here and let us know kind of what was going through the comms there through the matchup. So, Showtime, can you hear us?
Hey, how are you guys?
How's it going, man? I mean, are you at the house with the crew? I believe this kind of looks like a similar setup when we saw Kratos last time.
Yeah, I am. It's me, Carlos, and Jesse living in Carlos's house. So.
Awesome, man. I mean, so what was going through the comms right there? After you guys just won that last game type, you guys are the first team to take down Counter Logic Gaming in quite some time. So how are you guys feeling? What was happening? What was the aura after that game?
I don't know. To be honest, it was like almost like an event. Me and Carlos like jumped out of our seats after we beat CLG. I know it's just an online match, but for us, this is huge because like the teams were refusing to play the past couple weeks against us in practice, and then we actually got some good practice this last week. So this win was huge for us to be the first loss to CLG.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, first of all, congratulations once again. That was a phenomenal series. One that was not as close as I thought it was going to be. I mean, you guys convincingly not only beat CLG, you guys convincingly beat them. After you guys took that first game, 132, which is a huge margin of victory to begin with, what were you saying to the team going forward?
We were all just saying we just got to keep calm and keep small talking. As long as we do that and just play our game, we're obviously the best in the game when we play that way. So I just told them, let's just relax, play our game, and keep the small talk to a maximum, and we'll be fine. And we came out on top.
Yeah, and you seem very relaxed right now too. I mean, you guys just took down CLG, and going into next week now, I mean, you guys have to feel very confident trying to secure that top four seed to make it into finals. There are still 3 weeks left, but it's definitely got to feel good kind of going forward from here. Are you guys going to keep up a certain type of practice regimen, or what is that practice schedule looking like?
Yeah, I mean, we practice every night. This past week was huge for us. Like I said, we're scrimming a lot of pro teams every night. So for this next week's going to be the same thing, just going over film and scrimming the top teams and go on from there.
All right. Well, thanks for having us, or excuse me, thanks for joining us. And congratulations on taking down Counter Logic Gaming. Be sure you say congratulations to the rest of the guys as well, and hope to see a lot more from you guys in the near future.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Now, I'm a little disappointed that we didn't see Boo Boo Doo Boo hopping around in the background there. I thought for sure we'd see both Boo Boo Doo Boo and Kratos
I think
around.
Those guys, they probably didn't want to hop on the interview because they were so happy and excited. So Showtime hopped on, and I mean, the aura seemed, he was very relaxed. He said he got super excited, but it seemed like he was just it was another day at the job for him.
I bet they expended all of their energy right after the series, that there just wasn't anything left to keep going. Like he said, this was not just, but it was a series, week 4, day 2. But of course, like CLG, first time actually losing a series, and like you said, they haven't lost scrims either. So most of the time when you're trying to figure out where you may fall at the end of the season, what your record may end up, most teams probably put an automatic loss for the weeks they play CLG. But now, Enigma6 taking this win, they're not going to match up against CLG again for the rest of the season, and there are other teams that still will. So in that race for the top 4, it's going to put so much more pressure on the likes of Evil Geniuses and Renegades and Allegiance even to come out and be strong. And when those teams start matching up against each other, like that can determine who's going to make it to finals. Yeah,
and then Envious has that matchup against Counter Logic Gaming next week. You're not going to want to miss that. I mean, Counter Logic Gaming is definitely going to hop back on that practice train and try and gear up for that next matchup. But
now, the real question is, though, is it CLG getting weaker? Is it everyone else now catching up to CLG?
I don't know. I mean, I think that's kind of down to whatever you think. I think Enigma6 played phenomenally, and I think that was one of Counter Logic Gaming's weaker game types. So if I'm the coach of CLG, if I'm Clutch, I would have probably advised, hey, let's make sure we veto this. And maybe he did as well. I mean, we don't know. That's something that would be great to talk to Snakebite about on the podcast and hear from him and see if what was going on, why they let that slide through.
And that's a great episode to have him on now as well, too, because I know I have a lot of questions for him. Maybe I'll pass you a few to ask him for me as well, but that's going to be really interesting to watch.
All right, well, let's check out the article of the week. Now, got a chance to read through this article. Really cool, and it's not too long, but if you get a chance, just take 5 minutes to read through this article. It's right here if you want to check it out. It talks about kind of the grassroots Halo community and just everyone really thriving and creating content out there to keep competitive Halo at the rise. And we're seeing just a lot more content out there to help build this beast we call Halo.
And it's just amazing overall, and that is a great article as well. It talks about everyone that's participating, and I can't wait to go back and look at the HCS live tweets and HCS Now and just see exactly what people are saying about what just happened.
All right, well, we still have 2 more matches left. We've got match 3 coming here in just a second. That's going to be Optic Gaming versus Team Liquid, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the HCS Pro League Week 4.